Hey, you guys! Oh my god, I had miss y'all. Did y'all miss me? I had miss y'all, man. Man, welcome to Royal Mike, man. It's just me and you, and we gonna just take it on, guys, man. I hope y'all had a fantastic day. Well, where I'm from, it was very raining, so it's very. I would say it was very gloomy and sad. But I'm not gonna let that stop me. But we are here today, guys. Did y'all miss me? I miss y'all. Today we are going to talk about purpose over populations. You know, I want to come on here for like not for attention, but for intentions. Every move I make is for a reason, not for the show, but purpose over population, vision over noise. Tonight we are really going to talk about what it means to attention, not for attention. Because everybody's not going to understand you for what is your assignment about, but it's okay. Some people will think that you are doing too much. Others will think that you're not doing enough. But you are building something that connect with your purpose. You are learning to block out the noise and stay in tune. Let's talk about it. So, welcome to Royal Mike Broadcast. So, I really want to focus on the difference between attention versus intentional. The biggest difference between those two, right? When you're thinking somebody wanted attention, is a want a quick hit or craving for validation. But for attentional, it's slowing down, it's being focused, it's taking your time on how you want a product to be. That means you want to start a business, start a project, start an EP, putting out a book, starting your own broadcast. That's something that you want to take your time with. Not just for the attention, because attention is going to come and land, but you have to be intentional what you are putting in the atmosphere. Intentional is a planting a seed, knowing that it takes time for them to grow. I get it. Like social media, right? Social media got a lot of people thinking if you're not posting consistently, like on TikTok, Facebook, promoting, and everything else, that you will lose your followers. You will lose your people. But you have to realize that you are building something behind the scene. And yes, you have to be consistent on top of it, but sometimes it's not gonna work. The real ones know that the hard work happens silently, like the quiet sessions, where characters are built when legends are formed. That means, like I said at the beginning, it takes time to grow your products behind the scene. You just don't want to put out something that, oh, let's put out, let's put out, let's put out, let's put out. But yes, you have to be consistent after you put the product out. Cause I know it. I get it. No, but people don't understand the meaning behind the scenes. You're not gonna move where everybody's clapping for you. Everybody's not gonna be there for you. People don't realize the work that you put behind and being intentional what you are doing. Like for me, I can say that I have been. So number one, if you do not know, I am a poet. I am an author. I am a broadcaster. I've been on plenty of guest hosts. People have been on my show or whatever. But it takes time to producing what you want. You have to like take your time and write certain things down. I'm always a creator. I'm always trying to figure out what is next for me because my mind doesn't stop. But also, I take time for what I produce. Like me writing books, like Black Before He Know Anything Else. Dare You, 5 Miles of Freedom. Those books didn't take overnight. It takes time. It takes growth. I design these books for attention behind it because every book I write, It's for a purpose, you know. You have to know what's right for you. You have to know what is for you. You have to know, because when you want attention, like a baby crying, right? You know, babies cry every single day. They're hungry. They need a diaper change. They need, a bottle, or they need some affection, love from their parents. That is attention because they need it. But when you are intentional, what you are doing, a lot of people is not going to understand you during that process. And that's the next thing I want to talk about. Not everyone will understand you. I want that to soak in. Not everyone will understand you. And it means when you are building something that matters, people will always won't understand. Sometimes it's people that are close to you who will doubt you first. And this is the true statement. Because especially when you have people who don't have the same mindset as you, who's in your circle, that don't mean they don't believe in you. They just don't see your vision. And that's not saying they don't want to help you. And sometimes I can say that sometimes my friends don't understand my vision until I put it together and be like, oh, I got it. Because I'm intentional what I'm doing. And you have to also be mindset that everybody is not going to understand you at that moment. You can yell at the top of your lungs. Not everyone is not going to understand what you are saying to them. It going to go in one ear and out the other. And so it's okay for people to understand. They're questioning your time. They question your motive, your method, because they don't recall your assignment. They don't understand what you are working on. This event I have been working on, not just the flyer, not just the venue, but my vision. It's my baby, right? It's your baby. Like, if you are writing a book, take your time. Don't put it out because you have to let it grow. And then when you are putting it out, you come consistent on what you are doing because you have to promote it. Sometimes we put things out and we don't promote, and that's like, oh, why are people not buying this, not people buying that? But you have to be consistent. Yeah, I said what I said at the beginning, of being posting consistent because baby, you was consistent back then, but you didn't have no product. You have to have the foundation of anything that you are doing in life. Going back to school, getting your grades out, working out, eating healthy. You have to willing to put in that first foundation. And it's okay. People might not see it first. And it's okay. It's this is I had a conversation with my good friend, Love K. K Love, however you want to put it. But I love her so much. And we had a conversation about life, we had a conversation because I said, I don't want to use sidetrack of the vision I want to do because I'm hosting my first poetry event and it's on October the 18th. And it takes a lot when you the only person that is driving the boat, but you also have other people who's behind you. And like she said, not everyone is gonna be there for you. Not everyone will say they're gonna be there for you. But when the event come, they're not there. We have to start worrying about what, about the wooded, why people didn't show up, why distant family member didn't show up. We got to focus on what the people who is there now because you have to enjoy the moment there. So I'm always trying to be more like intentional with stuff I'm doing, because you have to be intentional what you are doing. What is the meaning? What is the purpose of this? What you are doing? Because when you get up on these platforms, when you are doing interviews, when you are talking to people about this, when you are going through people who looking for venues, and when people come up to your table, you have to know, why are you doing this? People are not going to understand you from the jump start. Why are you so passionate? Why you go so hard about this product or anything that you are doing in life? People are not going to understand. And sometimes you have to make room. You have to make a path for them to understand. You have to make a path for what they have to understand. I have learned from mistakes and part of the process that everybody's not gonna understand it. And yes, I'm gonna keep saying that until somebody realizes in their life, whatever they are at in that moment, and you are stuck between a hard place. Why my friends is not supporting me? Why my family is not doing this for me? Because it is not for them to understand. It is not for them to understand your purpose. It is not understand for what you are wanting to do in life. Don't get me wrong. Some of us do it for attention. Some of us do for attention. We want to get quick and fast. We want to start drama. We want to it's attention seeking. Being messy, start a drama. Those are people that you want to stay away from, because it's going to block you for what your purpose in life. You are going to go this, like my grandparents said, you are going to go around and around the same tree with the same people until you are going to until you realize you are going to get tired. And eventually, when you are going to get tired, you are going to, number one, sit down and take a break, or you will just stop running and jump out the tree like, what is this? Cat shit in the mouse? What is this? Why are I keep going in the same circle? But you got to break that cycle. You have to know when to break the cycle. And it goes into it goes to my next topic where I want to talk about business and friendship boundaries. Business and friendship boundaries. Now, this is a tricky one. Mixing business with friendship. It is beautiful when it works. It can be real messy when boundaries are not respected. I have been in a situation where working with people that I care about and get frustrated because they cross the line. When you are what I said is, when you are in business with friends, it becomes a little bit messy, because not only your friendship is on the line, business, money get involved, feelings get hurt, people make hard decisions that they don't want to make. So you have to be intentional on who you invite in your business. You also have to learn that everybody is not meant to be your partners. And that's even go to, if I really want to dive in deep of it, some of your spouse shouldn't be your business partner at all. Can it get messy? It does. It does. You have to learn when to draw the line. You know, business needs to be more professional, and friendship is more, casual. A friendship can go either or. Like, you can be friends with one day and friends not the next day. If you get what I'm saying. But when it come down to business, you in a contract. You are in a contract with that person. And it's hard. Sometimes it's easy to get a contract with a person like you get 50%, I get half, and it call it a day. Most time it's not. Cause I have seen it. I heard it. I have seen real messy, like we fighting. You have to learn boundaries. And I want you to think about what does it mean to you? What does boundaries mean? The word boundaries mean to you? And have somebody ever crossed out boundaries with you? How did you deal with that situation? I want you to think about that part. With anything else to get that, think about that boundaries. You know, I have learned, respect business does not cancel out love and a friendship. But boundaries is necessary. Everybody need boundaries. Down to your kids need boundaries. Teachers, students, your lover, your friends, colleagues, everybody need boundaries. And if you do not know what boundary is respecting you as a person, respecting your space that you create. Boundary is when you feel like yourself. Boundaries are where you feel like this is a safe space for me. I create this boundary. Boundary means like nobody can disrespect you. But I can't tell you how to create your own boundaries. I can tell you about mine. But you have to create your own boundaries. And then when you create your own boundaries, you will find your purpose in life. You will find your purpose. And yes, I hear it all the ways. Sometimes you will not understand your purpose till later on in life. Some people get it early, some people don't. But we have to set boundaries. You can love somebody and say, hey, I need you to handle this professionally. And that's not throwing shade. That's protecting the relationship, your friendship. If we don't set boundaries, we resent each other at the end. We resent each other at the end rather than protecting boundaries than over communication. Because sometimes I can say one thing and I can mean the other thing. Because when we are sending text messages or when we are sending things on our phones and not calling, you can get two different things. That's to say you have to be intentional how you moving. You have to be intentional how you work because your mouth is a weapon. I learned the hard way. I learned the hard way last night, but it is what it is. But you have to be also mindful what you put out there. You cannot take it back. So you have to create that boundaries. And I'm going over when I keep saying text messages. I'm going over social media because social media. We are about to jump in another social media because social media ain't real life. And yeah, and you if you just logging on, my topic is always purpose over population. That means being intentional, not for attention. Knowing your purpose and not seeking for attention. With social media now these days, we have really harnessed, and I might say the word wrong. We have really take social media into a whole different level. Social media will have you thinking that everybody wants you to win, but you. These highlights, Griffiths is not the full story. The post doesn't mean it's processed. The like doesn't mean loyalty. When you move intentionally, you have to be okay with being invisible for a season. The work is quiet. Early mornings and late nights with no applause. But that is what the foundation is building. Stop measuring your success by how loud people are clapping for you. Stop measuring your success by how loud people are clapping for you. Because when it's really your time, the room is going to shift whether people are ready are not. We have to stop posting everything on social media. And it goes back into boundaries. It goes back to everybody don't need to know your business. Because once you put it on social media, it's everybody business. Everybody has an opinion, especially on TikTok, especially on Snapchat. Snapchat we don't use anymore, but Instagram. These story times. Sometimes these story times can help you educationally, but once you put it on social media, like the status you put on, I have the right to say my opinion. You cannot say I need to mind my business. This ain't got nothing to do. What you put on social media is my business. So you have to be intentional what you post. Because a lot of people look at that, and that's not being, describers. I'm not throwing shade at anybody. You know, if you want to do that, that's you, we're fine. But also knowing that, everything can handle properly. Be behind closed doors. We don't need to post this because you want our attention. You want to arouse out of me. And then the fact that we respond back to ignorance. And we responded back to ignorance because that what we do as we human beings. We get that route, we get that energy that, ooh, I want to respond back so fast. I should have said this, I should have said that. Stop, breathe. Stop, breathe before you post that. Stop and breathe. Oh, he should have said this, she should have said that to me. No. They want your reaction. They want attention out of you. So we have to be mindful of what we post on social media. we have to be mindful when we post on social media. Shifts change the energy. Shifts change energy. Have you ever noticed how people energy change when you start focusing on yourself? When you stop explaining for everybody, when you stop explaining every move, when you stop, entertaining unnecessary noise, when people fall back, when you get uncomfortable and set boundaries, there's a room to, growth. It's growth. And people, how to say this? If they are your really true friends, they know how to treat you. If they are your really true friends, they know how to treat you. They know how to handle you. You know, when you are stop explaining things to people that who is not for you, I'm telling you, you can make moves. You can make moves. A lot of people won't understand. And then the fact that they question it, what you are doing. Oh, why she moving funny? She just I don't why he shifted like that? Because you have seen through them. You have seen the BS that they are doing. They are not rooting for you. They are sabotaging you. They want to see you be on their level. They will never want you to succeed. And that's why I said at the beginning, purpose over population. Purpose over attention seekers. Be intentional on what you are doing. Everybody don't need, like I said, everybody don't need to know what you are doing. Move in silence. Pray on it. Don't speak things that you are working on. Somebody can also steal it from you. Move in silence. When you are moving in silence, people get uncomfortable. People move funny. And when you are just looking around you and looking at other rooms, and you looking at how people move in your life, then you started to know that people are not there for you. You started to examine every room that you look into. And sometimes you be like, inside of you be like, mm, that's how you moving. Mm, that's how you treat me. Mm. I thought you was plotting for me, but then you stabbed me in the back. Mm. She never liked me in the first beginning. Mm. She just want to eat off the same tip I'm eating on. Mm. She's sleeping with the person I love. See, all that. Once you sit back and relax and don't say nothing at all, he will. The man upstairs, whoever you believe it, will reveal it to you. Will definitely reveal it to you. And I want to talk, and I want to move on to another selection. My other selection, another part of the topic is, the way of being the strong one. Being the strong one is exhausted. Let's be real. Being the strong one is exhausted. You are the only person that they call when they need advice, especially the one needed to hold it together, who check up on you, who needed to check up on them. Cause I know I'm the hard, strong friend and my super friends. I'm surrounded by a whole lot of strong people, but sometimes we need to lean on each other because we don't. For me, I know me. I have my breakdowns. I have my moments. I have my, I'm being frustrated. I have those moments sometimes, and sometimes I don't know how to talk to my other strong friend. Cause my other strong friend, she going to do something, or he going to do something. Everybody else going to something. But you know what? To my people who do not check up on me, it's fine. Don't need y'all. But to just say that, because I have been that person, smiling on the outside, carrying heavy weights on the inside. I know a lot of y'all feel that way too. It's okay to be okay. Check on your strong friends. They might carry a battle that you have never seen before. I'm telling you, check on your strong friends. A lot of people know, like, your strong friends go through a lot than your weak ones. Your strong friends is built differently, have a different mindset, have the closet full up with stuff with boxes they haven't deal with. And they get lost in the sauce, but still keep a smile on their face and be like, I am still there for you I'm still there for you. And I'm not saying everybody don't have to be strong. Because sometimes we be built like that. Sometimes our childhood mess with our minds just to be strong. We are put in survival mode every single time. We don't know how to stop a trigger. We don't know how to turn it off. I know how to turn it off, but for other people, they don't know. They don't know how to stop being strong. They don't. They don't know how to lean on other people. They don't know how to lean on. I'm saying they don't know how to be strong. They don't know how to lean on other people because their mindset has always been, I have to be strong. I have to be this way. I can't allow people to see my weakness. And that is a problem. Because we have to realize that we are human, just as the next person who is next to us. who's in front of us, who behind us. We are human. We have feelings. And I'm not going to get into much of, being a strong woman and being a strong man because, hey, I have seen it. I have been in rooms where females say, I'm tired of being strong. I'm tired of being a strong woman. I have been in rooms where men's cry behind closed doors, and when they get in the real world, nothing ever happens. Nothing ever happens. And I want to say this to you. Of all the people who has been listening, who has been tuning in, I want to say I love y'all. Please, 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 please check on your friends. We want everything to do for people, and people need to do for us. Please, if I never taught you anything tonight on having attention and being intentional, what is your purpose? Having boundaries. I taught you so many things just in a short time. And I hope somebody gets that out, whatever they at. Tonight is not me venting. It's about reminding you and myself moving with intentionally is different kind of mindset. Not too quiet. It's quiet. Not lonely. It's I want to say not lonely sometimes. It's lonely sometimes. But it's real. If you are out here building something, you feel unseen, keep going. If you feeling misunderstood, but your heart is in the right place, keep going. Purpose makes a difference, and that is okay. This has been your Royal Mike, and let's continue to build. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And hopefully y'all learn something from today. And I love y'all. And I see y'all next time on the Royal Mike broadcast. Stay tuned because I'm going to have a guest next time for y'all. Love y'all.